So this has been a while, guys.
It's been a long time.
It's I think it's been more than a year.
Since a podcast.
It's the last podcast I did was Omni's interview, and that's not even listed as a video because we're missing episode 1 still, which is supposed to be about AO, but now
But that one ain't happening.
yeah, not because
Rest in
that's
peace.
all like in the past, and like oh my god, it's been so long. Okay, let me dust off my topic list here. Okay. So in the last podcast with Zike in it, Zike did a segment, and I like where people were introducing themselves and what they were doing this week. We can't do that because it's been more than a week. So
It's been a lot more than a week.
So why don't you summarize the last year and a half for yourself, Zike?
Yeah, sure. I'll just summarize it, in about 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Sure, a year and a half makes sense.
Mhm.
I started college. That was a pretty big thing in my life. That took up a lot of time.
Sure.
That, let's see. Played a lot of fighting games as usual.
Oh yeah.
A lot of new fighting games came out.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time on those. Lost a little bit of passion for VNO, not gonna lie, but I'm still dedicated. I still give Cron lots of input about it.
Okay, good. Good.
And then FF14.
Yeah.
FF14 a lot.
Yeah, so the last podcast, if you guys remember, Zike and Mark brought up the Final Fantasy 14 Power Hour, and that wasn't on my fucking to-do list at the time, because I didn't fucking play that game. It was nothing but DFO for me. However, times have changed.
Oh yeah, they have. Oh yeah, they have.
So I started playing FF14, and whatever, caught up, got the level, got whatever the best gear at the time. Stormblood's great. If anybody wants to try a good MMORPG, you try FF14 because it's great.
You walked back way off that.
Yeah, it's I mean, it was mostly the sub fee that bothered me and the fact that when I'm not playing, yada yada, I'm wasting money, yada yada, because I'm paying for yada yada. But honestly, 30 days, $15. 30 days is a long time. It's a long time.
Yeah, it is. It's longer than you realize.
Yeah, so you get a lot done in 30 days, and $15 ain't really shit. So, and sorry, guess I forgot to introduce Manta, our new VNO amigo. He has joined VNO. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Manta? Who the fuck are you?
I am some Puerto Rican shit who just really likes role playing. I came in from fucking AOV. I just saw a thread one day way back in I don't know, December 2016. I was there for 4 months. Then around February, March time, I was like, you know what? These guys keep memeing about VNO, and it doesn't seem very relevant. So I decided I might as well pick it up, see what's up. And it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Pretty neat. It's got some cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, Manta has gone very far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, I mean, right off the bat, Manta, if I recall correctly, as soon as I met you, I immediately liked you. I think I literally, on day 2, the words I used were, hey, Manta, I think you're going to be mod someday. I'm pretty sure.
That was
I can back that up. I'm pretty sure you said that.
That was a couple weeks in, yes.
Okay. Was it weeks? Are you sure?
Yes, 2-3 weeks, I'd say.
Alright. I know I liked you immediately. And if I didn't say you were going to be mod, I said something along the lines of I like you. Because that's what I do to people. If I like them, I'll be like, you know what, you're really fucking cool.
It's been 6 months in the making.
So, as of right now, if in case you guys don't know, Remix Beta 2, Second Impact Giant Attack is live. And Manta...
God, I love it.
Yeah, it's good. I didn't think Novain was going to actually do it, but it's good. Manta is now staff. He is a mod, along the same lines of Panda and Vic. He's always on. He's always reporting things. He likes role playing. So yeah, so how was your year and a half, Manta? What did you do?
My half year? Let's see. I hung out with Vanilla for what'd you say, 2 months? Just hanging out in the morning time.
Yeah. Yeah, you
and
were
then coming
always
back.
on. Like there was
Yeah, I
not a
was.
point in time where I never saw you. So
Well, that's changed.
Although
now,
we got
because I've gotten
Manta into FF14 as well. He got on that bandwagon.
that's changed since I've been getting busier this entire year.
good.
I'm only on like from like I don't know 4 p.m. on 5 p.m. But I'm still on as much as I could be.
No,
Sometimes I
yeah.
forget to open the thing, but I'm still fine there.
Yeah, well, I think we've all agreed, and the community's kind of come to an agreement where it's like, VNO has passed the time of idle chit chat. We all know each other already. The community already knows everybody. So the thing that's only left to do is just roleplay. And when the roleplay days happen, everyone knows. Like the servers get packed, 20 plus people, roleplays, Persona, Danganronpa from TGG Dungeon, you name it. In fact, Manta, you're in Dungeon. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the
I mean,
first big role play I joined.
when the role plays happen, people come out. We go hard.
Oh yeah.
Like Manta and I recently had a go hard moment in the Persona RP. It was great.
Yeah. I fell out a bit of that because I kept having to go to my mother's house on the day that you do the RP. But it seems like you guys are always filling that place up with memes, and it seems like every single time I join the voice chat, you guys are always like, "Yo, so this, and this happened, and I can't wait for this." And I'm like, "Damn, son."
I mean, honestly, I think I attribute a lot of that to like me, BTF, and Manta working collectively because like we drove that role play super hard.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't really know what happened to Gabe and Vec, which I give them props for hosting it to begin with, but it seems like like you guys kind of took the not like took the reins from them, but like you took the creative direction and you're making something new out of it.
It was more along the fact of like Gabe and Vic ran out of creative direction and didn't really know where to go. So I'm like, okay, here I'll help out. I will push the RP in a direction.
Okay.
What I was trying to do was, I was just kind of by around that time, past the beginning and middle beginning of the RP.
Mhm.
I ended up doing less, and then I did something, and then my character got arrested, and then I came back, and then I got beat up. So I had to do that in a fun way. And that's what I tried.
Yeah, you guys are really killing it. Like, and when I say killing it, I mean in a good way. You foreign listeners, you guys are really smashing it, killing it as far as the role plays go. And you know what? Speaking of good role plays that's happened since the last podcast, I am going to have to give a special shout out to my favorite role play of all time so far, Our Last Hour. That role play
Oh.
was so good.
Oh man.
That role
Our
play was
Last
so
Hour.
good.
It was
so
great.
good. Like it was so good.
It was collectively our best effort yet, I think.
And it was the shortest. It was only 4 sessions or something like that. So,
Yeah. It was 4 sessions, 2 weekends.
Yeah, so RP hosts, listen, shorter is better. You know how like when you have a Hershey Kiss, it's like a little tiny little kiss of chocolate, and they don't give you that giant Hershey fucking ginormous Hershey bar, the ones that you get from the rare place where it's the size of like a fucking brick.
Or it's the size of your head.
Yeah, basically, and you don't want too much roleplay, and that kind of ties it back to the Persona RP. No offense to you guys, but I think that Persona RP is going on a little too long, just a little bit.
It died out. It basically died out without an ending because it went on too long, and it's unfortunate that happened.
Oh,
but
I didn't even know that was the case.
Yep.
We all
it just kind of sputtered out.
we all realize this,
and this goes more so to reinforce the fact, like, keep it shortish. I won't say keep it too short. I think Our Last Hour might have been a little too short.
Yeah, you know what? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, go on.
But for those of you who are not familiar with it, Our Last Hour was this RP we did maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a horror-themed RP. Everybody was locked in a castle. There were ghosts, there were spooks, and everybody had a time limit counting down until they died. So the whole premise was kill each other, steal their time, don't get killed by ghosts.
Mm-hmm. It was a basic and you know what, credit where credit is due. I kind of got inspired from that concept from TGG and their Danganronpa RPs. And it was like an open world, like everyone can move around to any map they want, fully utilizing VNO, like the whole room system we have. and the amount of people being shown who's in it, yada yada. It's just that they weren't utilizing enough. I felt so. I'm like, you know what? It's like we can. I'm not saying we're going to copy them because they knew about everything. They knew about how it was. Some people were even in our last hour. Kisaragi was in it. We asked a lot of people to be in it. They all did great, by the way. Everyone was great in the RP. That was another thing that made it great. We were just like we can.
Most people did great.
Yeah. And we took
Some people.
well,
Don't name any names here.
I'm not.
Don't do
all
this.
right. It wasn't good fun though. That was the thing. It wasn't good fun.
Yeah.
But we took concepts and we maximized VNO's use. So it means like we added less RNG, we added more skill to encounters, we added resource management by looking for items and making use of the inventory. We added stats to lessen the RNG, so people aren't just like fucking saying, that was luck or whatever into certain encounters. And we just kind of like built a game around that system, and the storytelling was all the rest. And that was great. That's all you need. You need some mechanics and you need a good story. That's it.
But one of the important things to mention that we did for our last hour that I honestly think that more people who plan on hosting RPs should think about is really managing your fights and not leaving everything up to luck.
So,
because
yeah, go on.
RNG and luck can really screw things over for an RP, and when the numbers come in, I really think you need a GM there to weight those numbers and say, they rolled a 19 out of 20, but is it really feasible that they can do this? Because sometimes you get people trying crazy shit and the numbers just work well, and it honestly, it detracts from the scene.
Yeah.
So, for people who are planning to host RPs in the future, if you're GMing, like, try to weight those numbers and give it some more consideration before you let people do whatever they want with their numbers.
Yeah, make sure your lollies can't just kill a giant fucking bear because they were all good.
Well, well, you see, the thing is, what we did for our last hour is we had a weapon system and dice modifiers. So even if, let's say, there was rolling involved, if I'm good at running, if I'm fast, and then there's an encounter where I have to get away, I will most likely get away. That's my special trait, as is, what would happen in real life or whatever, a game, what have you. So we added traits, and then we also added items, so that it added a layer of resource management, where it's like, do I really want to use my last, ba. And, basically added a lot more, just adding resource management added a lot more depth and thinking to the game, and a lot more tension. Because if you got someone to use up their last whatever, then, they're basically vulnerable. Stuff like that. It all worked out really well. It was all very Resident Evil-like.
One of the very unfortunate things with our last hour, one of the only bad things about it, was that some of the items that we put in weren't that useful for what we ended up doing with them.
Yeah.
Bear traps ended up not being very
well,
useful at all.
Hold on. Bear trap got the last kill, if I recall correctly. I think. So.
Did it really?
I think it killed HJ. I'm pretty sure, or it got him weak and slow, and then someone did finish him off. I think it was Panda. Yeah, basically me and Zyke thought up of a bunch of items where it's like, hey, you found the bear trap. You can put this item down in a room, tell the GM, so that when the GM sees someone enter that room, they have to roll to see if they see the bear trap or not. And if they don't, bam, they step in it, they lose health. Or whatever, or they get stuck. Rope didn't get used. No one tied somebody else up. Sleep powder didn't get used. Poison didn't get used. Because nobody was stupid enough to eat food. So we're going to, next time we do it, OLH Season 2, our last hour Season 2, we're probably going to add more incentives to use those types of items and maybe add some more, we don't know. Whenever that is.
And there's going to be elements of that come into the next RPs that I host, which is probably going to be like Blaze Blue RP coming up sometime soon.
Yeah. That's right.
That should be in a few weeks or so. I'll start, taking sign-ups for that and getting people on that hype train.
Well, hold on, Zyke. There's a bit of an RP renaissance going on since Remix came back. TGG is not only coming back with Danganronpa RPs after being on hiatus for a long time, but also HJ is coming back with a Fate Night RP combined with Kisaragi's writing. And we already know how good of an RPer Kisaragi is. So
yeah.
I think
GMing is very different from just being good RPer. So, I kind of worry about that, but hey, I mean, that sounds great. I had no idea about that, but that sounds hype.
Yep, yep. It's Kisaragi, HJ, and Crystal, and you already know that they're your big Fate fans, so I think they're gonna
Yeah,
do that RP justice as fuck.
this is true. This is very true.
In fact, Kisaragi remade all the Fate Night characters for vanilla, so if you're wondering why they look so crisp and have new emotes and outfits, it's because of Kisaragi's love for Fate Night. Shoutouts to VNO community. Honestly, like we kind of take it for granted, I think, but everyone in our community is really nice. We don't have even our shit poster, Xander. He's a nice guy. Like all right. He doesn't talk to you, but he talks to me. Manta, right? Xander's pretty chill for a shit poster.
I'd say so. There was one time he roleplayed, and there was also a time where he did minor things in dungeon as well.
Yes,
So he's not incompetent.
he was in dungeon for a day. He did pretty good actually, but yeah, no, we have a nice community. Everyone's been offering stuff for remix. I've been asking people for favors, like, can you make this character or do this with this character for remix? I want it to be look really nice. Like, yeah, sure. They're respective, lovers of the franchises. So kudos to the community. Shout out to you guys. You guys are great. It could be a lot worse. This could be a lot shittier, but it's not, and you guys are helping out, and that's lovely. You gotta love our community.
Well, also, just in recap over what's happened, remember we just recently concluded the Blaze Blue tournament. That was fun.
Yep, that's correct. You go ahead and you can spiel about that because you were big in
Sure,
there.
that was a good time. Blaze Blue tournament hosted by BTF and HJ in honor of Remix coming out. Just to build hype and build community and that sort of thing. We had a lot of people get excited about that, so that was really nice and refreshing. Even me, who doesn't really play Blaze Blue that much and more or less dropped the game, I got back into it. Did pretty decently, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, your gym is way better than it ever was, I feel like. So, but you can take that how you will.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, that's what I was going out to do, is to prove I still had it in me. I mean, Kron, coming up and winning the whole thing, not that anybody's really surprised.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised because,
Wasn't literally everyone surprised at that result?
apparently, I don't know. HJ thought I was gonna lose to Sig for sure, but I don't know. I just think that Noelle isn't a very good character, so I say that's why I took that. But I had to switch characters for Lack. Otherwise I wouldn't have won, just because of you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, fighting Lack gives me a heart attack. But
Is it really what was the delay?
I wasn't gonna say
Horrible.
it. I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it because he gets pissed off whenever I talk about button delay. But you know what's funny? I was talking to I think Sly, and he said that they're both Brazilian, and even when they play, they lag. So I don't know. I guess Sig's no, sorry, not Sig. I guess Lack's planning on some sort of Walmart shit. I don't know. But
Playing on that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
I mean, like, I don't want to like sound like I'm dissing Lack. He's the man. Lack's really the man. He's a great RPer. He's a good guy. Just a tournament, whatever. So go on, Zach. Finish.
But I mean, I think that tournament was really successful in building a lot of hype for Remix. People who weren't even participating in the tournament got pretty excited about it. So that was a really, really nice thing to see.
Yeah, Onikin came out of the woodwork. He's a completely quiet guy, and then all of a sudden he's in our Discord now. He's hanging out with us. He's talking to us. He's a bro. He's playing Blaze Blue. It's great. It was great.
Bambi also came out of the woodwork, cheering on for the tournament and stuff. And Bambi's usually a myth.
Oh yeah, she's great, and I'm sure Tony would have been around, but I'm guessing Tony's really busy in real life right now. But yeah, Bambi was there. It's great. Go on.
And I think it helped generate a lot of excitement for Remix and a lot of people contributing content for Remix. Whenever we need it as well. You were saying about how everybody's being real helpful to make stuff that needs made, and I think part of the tournament helped build hype for that.
Speaking of building up hype and helping out and stuff like that. I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
Good.
Wow, I completely dropped the ball on that. I had a big topic and I just completely dropped the ball on it. Oh no, I remember now. So speaking of big time hype, with Manta, I don't know if Zyke was there, because I know you were busy that day, but I know with Manta as my witness, day one remix was huge. I think that was the most I've seen people on VNO ever. I think it was what, like 50,
Nearly 40.
50, no, it was like 55 at some point.
It was more? Shit.
Because the Spanish people came in, and so did
Oh,
some
right.
German people. So
I mean, that's the benefit of only having one server up.
that is true. But like, there were names that I have never seen just joining up and talking to people like as if there were cliques that I just didn't know about. And speaking of RP Renaissance, Greg, I don't know if you guys know him, but apparently he hosts that server, the community one named KIG. Apparently he's having an RP over there that's super fucking good, that has 25 people on it, and they've been PMing me nonstop asking when can we host a server because we really want to get back to that RP. So RP Renaissance is upon us. I don't know why after the summer, but there are people hosting RPs left and right now.
Very odd timing, but hey, I mean, if it's working.
I guess maybe they'd rather spend the summer playing games, and then, like, I guess when school comes back up, they go back to VNOing? I don't know. But whatever. Did anybody else have anything to say about their year and a half?
I guess I'll just add that a large part of the last few months for me have been Persona 5. Oh boy, I've put a lot into that game and everything about Persona 5.
So did you see that Best Friends clip where Pat was talking shit about God,
Oh yeah.
Where Pro Wooly took off his glasses.
yeah.
That was some good shit. Manta, do you
It
play?
was the best.
Manta, do you play Persona 5?
Do I have anything? Not really. Just generic. I'm enjoying my time. Role plays I've been in, which are 3, I guess. So
well,
far.
no. I meant about Persona 5 specifically, or Persona.
Oh, Persona 5. Well, that's okay. It's a good game.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I unfortunately have not ridden the Persona train yet. I can't play it. I don't have a PS4.
You can play it on PS3.
Oh, you fucker.
He's right. You can play it on PS3.
I played it on PS3.
You're right. I have no excuse. It's not like I don't want to. Like, I asked Anthony a gajillion times, "Will you let me borrow Persona 4?" And he said no.
I honestly play Persona 5 rather than Persona 4.
No, Force Fine Team 2.
I mean,
I think 5 is better. But
5 is the most recent game. But all right. I've just been enjoying my time with like more classic style RPGs like Bravely Default, Bravely Second. Speaking of those games, I'm gonna do a quick plug. Dungeon has reached 1 year old a few days ago.
And you didn't host it?
I didn't host it, and I still haven't. I'm gonna host tomorrow, I guess. But Dungeon has reached 1 year of runtime, and I gotta say, did not expect that. But I'm not surprised, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm not surprised. 'Cause you don't fucking host, you asshole." So yes, I'm sorry, everybody. I don't host Dungeon consistently. I'm going to end it within the next month, so we can move on to the next server.
Are you?
What was that?
Within the next month, there's quite a few people left. Let's stop doing the stuff.
There is the pacifist ending, and there's Knight's genocide ending. That's it. And then there's the true ending. So, but yes, Dungeon. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. You guys keep saying that you guys like it. Well, Manta anyway, but like fell off of it a long time ago.
I just had a couple bad experiences with it.
Actually, if I remember, I was wondering who is this. I was wondering both from the fucking character doc. I was wondering where is Wooly and Zyke when I saw the character doc when I first entered Dungeon.
I think you mean Leon, because Wooly was never there.
Leon and Wooly.
Yeah. No, Leon and Zyke, because Wooly was never there. I don't think.
No, I still wondered. Are you sure? Oh yeah, you're right. He wasn't.
Yeah. No,
So it was Leon and Zyke. My bad.
Yeah, Wooly, by the way, he's still around. He's still a part of our staff. He still talks to us, yada yada. He's still hosting our account server. In fact, better him than anybody else, because if Novane did it, our ping would suck ass. So, it's a better thing that Wooly's hosting. But yeah, Dungeons reached 1 year. I don't want to talk too much about it. It's a good server, but I'm going to probably end it soon just to move on to the next concept, because it's been a year now. Literally a year. So, moving on. Well, if we're all done, we can move on to the next topic.
All right.
So, oh, whoops! Why did I write that down? Okay, I wrote down something weird on the topic list. That's not supposed to be that. So what I meant by that, above Novane, what I meant by that is since the last podcast, there has been a bit of internal
Struggle.
changes. Struggle is a strong word because it wasn't really much of a struggle. It was more like a band-aid coming off. So we'll just go out and say it. Fiercey left. He is no longer a part of our staff. He didn't leave on foul wishes. He didn't leave out of hate, I don't think. He just didn't really have a passion for VNO anymore, and
He just left out of apathy.
he also said he didn't like the community that much. And I'm not going to say why or why not that may be. He just left. He basically, his passion ran out. Whatever. He left. We haven't been fighting with him. We haven't been shit talking him. There has been no him showing up and being Knuckles the Echidna from Sonic and Knuckles, like whatever, him being like a general bully or anything. There is none of that. He's living his life. He's happy. He comes by. He says hi. Me and him still chat. We still have a heart-to-heart now and then. Kind of. We haven't been talking as much as we used to, but whatever. Nothing is in drama or foul wishes. There are no enemies here. It's just that he left, and now, out of the ashes of him leaving, rises a fucking Frenchman.
A French Phoenix.
That man is Novane, and he is now our lead programmer. And you guys can disagree with me if you like, and feel free to interrupt me anytime, but Novane has been doing a bang-up job.
He's been doing a fantastic job. I mean, we ask him to do stuff, and he says, "Yeah, I'll get right on it."
Yeah, not to disrespect Fiercey, because I still have I don't hate Fiercey at all. I never had anything against him personally, ever. Even if he thought that for a short time, that's not true. Like I hate very few people. I only hate one person I can think of off the top of my head, and that person knows who they are. Oh my god. That person. Anyways, no, I don't hate Fiercey. But I do have to say that Zyke is right. Vane does things. Like, whenever I pitched an idea to Fiercey, it sometimes happened if he liked it. I don't really like that uncertainty. When you give an idea to Novane, it's like, okay, I'll do it. I mean, as long as it's logical, but he'll do it. And that's great. We've Remix. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Did you see the fucking change list I made on the Tumblr post about Remix? That list is huge. We have so many features in Remix. Big. We have so many new features in Remix. It's crazy.
There's a lot of new features. I mean, it's insane.
And, yeah, go on.
Honestly, at this point, it's not even VNO Remix. It's just VNO 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even though we call it Remix.
And the shitty part about it is the average person stopping by might not notice it right away, but that's because all the features we added were for RPs. A lot of interface stuff, a lot of like subtle changes that just make everything better. Animators have so much more things to do. Timers, server-wide messages. There's a hidden mode where you can hide in like those hide-and-seek type Dank and roleplay. That's a good name.
Dank and roleplays.
Dank and Rampa roleplays. There's a lot of stuff to support those kinds. A lot of stuff to support combat-based roleplays. We added real-time items, real-time effects, real-time HP bars. Everyone has their own HP bar. Oh my god.
Music streaming.
Music streaming. How could I forget music streaming? You don't have to download the music anymore. Go on.
So many awesome features. I mean, music streaming is like the big one that really, oof. Oh man, how is that even possible?
There is also image streaming. So if you want to add like cutscenes to your roleplay, you can easily do that. You can stream.
If you want to post some good memes to your pals.
Mm-hmm. There's that too. Every animator has that ability. Everyone can edit their own HP anytime. The items list has been increased. The area list has been increased. The dice has been increased. Just like everything's been better for role players. That's what we're aiming to do. We're not aiming to fucking revolutionize the gaming industry with VNO. We just want to make role plays better. We just want to make role plays easier. That's it. That's really all it is. And I guess, wow, we've really covered all the topics at this point. I guess we should go into, how do I put this? So, I met Omni. That was one of the things.
Oh, that was.
That was one of the things that happened. So for all you AO listeners, um, for all you AO listeners,
Do we really have AO listeners?
you know what? We probably do. Because for some reason there are a lot of people who like to just lurk us, and I don't know why. Maybe I don't know.
Hey, I mean, if they do, I mean, more listeners. That's great. We can send them a message.
Sure. So anyways, AO people, I met your leader.
Quote unquote.
I didn't expect a laugh when I said that. I met Omni. And I also met Fanat, but not in person. I met Omni in person. I didn't meet him in no fucking internet. Like, me and Omnitroid just fucking met up.
They just met up, yeah.
Like
It was a whole thing.
He came to New York. He was like, "Hey, Cron, I've been telling you this for a year and a half, or maybe longer. I think 3 years. Me and Omni have been friends for like a long time." And he's like, "Yo, I'm eventually gonna come to New York." And then when the day came, he's like, "My family's here in New York. When do you want to meet? Where do you want to meet?" I'm like, "Chinatown, this day, this time." We met up. We got food. We played Guitar Hero. He beat me in Guitar Hero. We played air hockey. He beat me in air hockey. We played, I think, Streets of Rage. He lasted longer than me. It was great. It was really nice meeting him. He's a really nice guy. And we talked AO. We talked VNO. He told me, and you know what's funny, guys? I don't think I told you guys this, but he told me he was going to leave AO that day. Like, the day I met him, we're sipping bubble tea, and I'm like, yeah, so, you know, we weren't talking about AO or VNO at all, mind you. Like that, like, we were talking about just, like, whatever, like, life stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, he just, I brought it up one time, and he's like, yeah, so I'm going to leave. And I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
What do you mean you're going to leave?
Boom.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna, I think I'm done. I'm quitting. And I'm like, oh, you know, did you have someone in mind that you plan to pass it on to? I'm not saying that I wanted to, but he was, you know, just in general. He's like, oh yeah, some guy named something Bite. Hey, he literally said that, something Bite. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't think I've ever heard of that guy. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you know, he programs. He's good. He has some ideas apparently, and he made some stuff, or he wants to make some stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So what happens when he gets back home from his vacation? He just fucking leaves AO, and he passes it to Longbite. And I just find that funny how he told me that in person beforehand. But so yeah, all you AO people, me and Omni are friends. This AO versus VNO thing has never really existed.
I can't believe it existed in anybody's hearts.
I don't know why it came up ever. Like, I can kind of understand maybe from AO's perspective, where it's like when VNO came out, it's like, oh, look at this wannabe, yada yada. And you know what? For a time that was true, but we've kind of grown in features. We're aiming to be a completely different type of thing for a different type of use. And I don't know, there are still some people out there who want to stir up competition. I'm like, my man, we're not getting paid for this. There is no sub fees here. There is no corporate meetings with bar graphs that show success. We're two fucking separate chat rooms that do some bullshit.
We see an increase.
We're pretty much all friends anyways.
Yeah, like a lot of hell. Manta right here, this nigga right here. He was an AOer, and he came and he wanted to hang out, and we liked him or whatever. We all got along, and now he's staff. Fine, whatever. Yeah. Like, the point is, we're not fucking.
There is no beef.
There is no beef. There never was. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, there are still some people who hate VNO blindly for no reason, and I bet you every single time I go and I meet these people, and they're like, oh, whatever, you guys suck, let's make fun of Fiercey, whatever. And I'm like, hey, how about we talk in voice chat? They either back down.
They run away.
They back down, or in Xander's case, we become buddies. So yeah, like, I don't know what the hell their problem is. But whatever. There's no competition. And you know what? In that vein, and I'm sorry to take the mic for so long, but I do have a lot to say.
I mean, this is your spiel. This whole thing is your thing. After
Omni left, I went to talk with the new leader, Longbite. You know, whatever, just, you know, to have some good impressions, to say hi, you know, be nice. And I did. But then for some reason I started hearing stuff about, like, how do I put this? He said something, like, people were talking about his ideals. And he was saying something like he wanted to make AO VNO. And I have screen caps of the entire conversation still. I don't think I'll put them in the video because I don't really like leaking PMs. But basically, he said something like he wants AO to be more like VNO in the future. And
Which is just kind of weird.
if you ask me, that's disappointing because AO is already so unique. Like it's already aiming to be a court case simulator, and that's great. It's all animated. I mean, hell, Manta, you can speak. You've been in video at the most peak of AO times, where cases.
And I mean,
were
for me,
golden.
that was one of the things I liked the most about AO. Like, I wouldn't want it to be like VNO.
Yeah, it was so unique and different, Manta. Well, like, what did you enjoyed your time on AO video, didn't you?
Yeah, sure I did. It was great.
Those cases seemed golden. I remember you sending me a bunch of archives, and they looked super legit as fuck.
Yeah. I guess when I was a bit surprised when I saw old cases like that Red showed me and stuff like that because they were like so basic. It's just an outline, but in AOV cases, at least, I guess they just cast some people, like make an advertisement, cast some people, give them roles, and like go ham. Let's go.
Yeah,
Here's the evidence.
yeah.
Here's the people.
Hmm.
Here's their personalities. Let's do a thing.
Yeah, and I even talked to him about that long bite, and I don't know, like I told him that AO was a unique case simulator, and for some reason I have a quote on this. Maybe I'll say this. He says, "I don't think AO was meant to be just a court case simulator. He included ponies in the original build, and that just made me like shake my head and put my head down because how does me, an old AO user, know more lore about AO than the new AO owner?
Then the new head, yeah, that's scary.
Sad. That's just, come on. Like, okay, the ponies were there because Turnabout Storm. It was a tribute to Turnabout Storm. Fanat had his hand in Turnabout Storm. It was a great YouTube series. That's why they were there. It wasn't because Fanat's secret intentions were to have it be, a roleplay. I mean, it could be a roleplay tool. I used it as a roleplay tool before VNO existed.
Still is.
It still is, sure. But, like, the fact that people want it to be, not AO
Purely
anymore.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
no. The people don't want it to be AO anymore. It kind of makes me feel like why would you want it to be something that it's not designed to be? You might as well just go make a new thing. At that point. So I don't know. It always rubbed me the wrong way, and I had a talk with Longbite about it. I was like, hey, I don't think that's a good idea. If you want, we can cross advertise each other. I can help advertise AO. You help advertise VNO. He said no.
I don't see any use in that way of thinking. Like that's so closed-minded.
I don't know either. I mean, if I censored, it wouldn't really matter censoring names because I use his. I have the PMs. I have the PMs as proof, basically, that I try my best to be what's the word? Coherent, or how is that the word? Coherent?
No, coherent is not the word.
What's the word I want to use?
Okay.
I try.
Amenable would work,
I don't even.
or friendly.
Yeah, I try to be friendly and be like, listen, we can help each other out. There's no real need for these two chat rooms to try to like
Outdo each other.
Yeah, like I told them I don't want competition, and I even told them I told them, and I have screenshots. I would sooner end VNO than start a competition with anybody else. And I told you guys this. We had tons of talks about this. I don't want to have a fucking, like an outdoing each other session with somebody else. That's stupid. We're both two separate things that specialize in aspects. We should just stay specializing in certain aspects. We're never going to be animated. We're never taking gifts. I doubt it. There's no real need to, anyways. So that's something that's a huge, unique trait they have. They can express themselves a lot. And I don't know. For whatever reason, he seems to really want to I don't know, emulate VNO, whatever that means. So I guess look forward to AO3 when that happens. Best of luck to him, but all I wanted to do was take this part aside to say, hey, there's no beef. There was no competition. We don't want competition. We just want to fucking roleplay. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
Like, yeah, there's no need for there to be beef. There's no need for there to be like competition between the two because like in my eyes the two programs do different things and fulfill different roles. There's no need for them to like be competing with each other. Like, because like, sure, I mean, a lot of the audience overlaps, but that doesn't mean that like there needs to be beef.
And that also doesn't mean that they need to be similar at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, I'd rather have two separate things than have two the same things, which is why I told him and I told you guys, if at a certain point that if AO becomes way too similar to us, I would sooner just end VNO than try to like stay relevant when they are. Whatever, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think they're gonna do that or whatever. I think we're all just gonna stay where we are. And that's fine. There's a lot of overlaps. People from VNO go over there still. People from there come here. Manta as a living example. It's fine. Let's just leave it that way. That's the way I wanted it to be. But
Yeah. There's no need to overcomplicate it.
Yeah. So we'll see what their decision is. Well, by they, I guess I mean Longbite, because I don't know if he has like a functional staff team or whatever. But yeah. So also Omni has dropped a name that maybe he would like to work with me on a new project, a new type of game. I know I told you guys at some point. I'll just say blank online, but it's a Nintendo franchise. I think you already know what I'm hinting towards.
Oh. It's a big project. That is a damn big project.
Yes, I think he mostly left AO to flex his wings. To see what else he can do. And apparently he's a fan of this franchise that I didn't even know about until I saw him in person. I said, why didn't you ever tell me you were of this fan? And he's like, you never asked. I'm like, you fucker. So, yeah, it may be big. Who knows? It's going to be an actual game. It's not going to be a fucking chat room thing. It's going to be huge. We'll see. It's still in the works. Still in the concept. But whatever.
I mean... You know me, like, I'm gonna be on that shit real fucking fast if you can ever get it to work.
Oh, it's huge. It's gonna be a task, but we'll see. Right now, he's enjoying his retirement, so to speak.
Retirement.
So I'll leave him be for now. Also, speaking of meeting up with people, I think Stone Discord wants to meet up. I think he said he's gonna come down to New York at some point. He's really interested in coming to my venue. I guess he saw my documentary. And he was like, "Hey," he PM'd me.
Wow,
like,
that really inspired him that much?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, also something Cron did in the meantime. He made a fucking documentary.
All right, look, I didn't want to. It's not a big deal. And you know what, Zyke? I can't even watch it anymore because your criticisms stand out to me so much more now that you commented on it. You're right. It does. Its depth is its length, and there was a lot of stuff in there that could have been cut out, and the documentary would have had the same impact.
Yep.
So every single time I watch it now, I'm just thinking in my head, this could have been cut out. I can't even
I've ruined your own documentary for you.
Yes, but if anybody really cares that much, I made a documentary about fighting games for my film class in college. It's 30 minutes long. It's about fighting games and the local scene that I go to with my local friends, yada yada. It's a whatever. It's a watch. I'm not gonna say it's a good watch. It's a watch. I mean,
it's a watch.
It's a watch.
It's decent.
Okay. If you're not familiar with that scene, like that entire concept of people meeting up at a place and
it's useful
and paying money for fighting games and winning money, then it'll be more impactful for you. But for people who are already in the know, it's just a documentary.
Yep.
But whatever. What was I saying? Yeah, he saw the documentary. He PM'd me just straight up. He's like, "Hey, listen, I want to go to that place. I'm gonna probably come within next year or something." And I'm like, "Oh,
wow,
sure." And he was like, "You want anything?" I'm like, I don't know. What do you got?" He's like,
you know what? I'll believe it when I see it. I don't know. SD says a lot of things.
No, well, he met Omni in person, like a year or two ago, and he just
I guess.
I mean, he asked me if I wanted anything. I'm like, "What do you got?" I guess I don't know. He's like, "Beer."
What do you got?
Beer or chocolate? And I'm like, "All right, you know what? I gotta see what all the hubbub is about. Get me some chocolate." There's no fucking way that the chocolate's that good. There's no way. So whatever.
It's pretty good.
You know.
I know.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Lay it on me. Lay on me those choco deets. Like
choco deets. I mean, I just know they're very rich and very flavorful.
Oh man. All right. Well, we'll see. But whatever. So I might be meeting him. Wow. Is that our topic list?
Oh, hmm. Oh.
Uh,
Hey, Red, are you happy? I did a podcast, asshole. There. Will you stop bothering me? Jesus. Oh, yeah. So, Red is not with us right now, but he's alive. He didn't die, literally. But Manta and Red got married.
yeah, it was a very happy marriage.
You guys.
I don't know if I'd say it was a happy marriage.
So I missed it. So how'd that wedding go?
It was pretty.
It was something.
It was definitely. The voice chat was more alive than the actual marriage itself, though.
I mean, that's what tends to
The
happen.
voice chat was just some crazy shit.
I mean, that's just what happens, though. I mean,
We got to see Machinist turn into the pyrotechnics guy.
Oh, you see,
Because that's what they've been reduced to.
I wish I had that at my wedding. Yeah, sorry, I didn't make it. I didn't feel like subbing, like just for the wedding.
No. It's fine. I mean, it's just a dumb little 30-minute event. It's fine.
When are you getting Stormblood?
Me? Probably when I resub, which should be this week or next week.
I'll probably resub when the next Savage fights come out. No, like no offense to like Zyke or anybody, but just like, man, like if I can't play with a static that I like I just don't feel like playing at all, you know.
Speaking of Savage fights, my static beat O2 Savage the other night.
You have a fucking static?
Yeah,
he does.
Since when?
Right after you guys kicked me out from the group static.
Oh my fucking god! It's like you were the person who literally said, "I don't think I have enough dedication for a static." You literally worded that. You said that.
You did.
He did.
No, okay. That was not what I said.
It was what you said.
I said I didn't have enough dedication for. I didn't have enough time for 3 nights a week.
Well, how much
Because that's
time?
what y'all
He was
wanted to
right.
do.
He was right.
All right, fine, but how much time do you need? Like 3 nights a week is like the bare minimum. Like what the fuck?
No, my current static does it 2 nights a week.
I'm assuming one weekend each.
No, it's Sunday and Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah, that's more casual.
And it's only 2 hours. 2 hours per night, 2 nights a week.
2 hours? How the fuck do you get anything done in 2 hours?
Well, we beat O1S in 1 day, so.
Well, O1S isn't that bad. It's not terrible. It's not bad.
O2S in 2 days, so.
I haven't done O2S. Like, but that's
It's actually easier than O1S, honestly.
really.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
because you don't have to deal with any stupid ice on the ground or sliding off or anything like that.
I never minded that, to be honest. But I do.
Unlike Leon, who fucking backflipped off.
Well, yeah, I'll play that clip.
Mm.
But the one thing that bothers me about the ice is like that period where the ice is still there, but it's fading away, and you still slide. That throws me off. That throws me off.
Kron?
Yeah.
You right there when Zyke mentions ice, you gotta put the GIF.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
plan
my
to.
God.
Don't worry. There is a video, guys. Day 1 blind. Launch day of Savage FF14 O1S. Go watch it. It's a good laugh. I think I'm gonna make a video for every time the new Savages come out and we go in blind. That's a good laugh. Those are good times.
Will Leon be with you this time?
What do you mean?
I hope not.
Or
Oh,
not? Leon's part of the memory.
So speaking of, like, I do want to come back. It's not like I don't like playing FF14. I do. It's just that I want to play with a static of people that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want the friend static. I want it to be a thing. I think that'd be the funnest fucking thing in the history of the world. And no vein.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with like running content with friends and stuff, but maybe not like as a dedicated 3 times a week static. That's the only thing.
I mean, I don't. Whatever. That's a conversation for a different. Whatever. All I'm saying is, Novain keeps asking me, "Hey, Kron, when's the friend static?" I always tell him.
Does Novain really keep asking you that?
He does. He does.
Wow.
And I keep telling him as soon as everyone gets their shit together, then yes, I don't mind doing it. Because no disrespect to Novain, Manta, I'm sure they still have a lot to learn. They still have to get to the proper level, whatever. They have to get more
Novain
familiar.
thinks he's good, but I don't think he's actually that good.
That's why I said as soon as
He's
you
okay.
guys- that's why I said as soon as you guys get, because for Savage you can't just be okay. You have to be at the top of your game.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have
Like-
to be, yeah.
Novain power leveled. Like he went hard, he went ham, and
Sure.
he did none of the optional content leveling at all.
He played like me. He skipped cutscenes and everything. That's why I like him. He plays just like I do. Fuck everything. Just get.
That's why I don't like him.
But the thing is, and Manta I guess doesn't know this yet because he's not with us on our content. But dude, Savage, it's not just like you can get by knowing the mechanics. You need to be at the top of your game. You need to be putting out your highest DPS. You need to stay alive.
I played MMOs before. I know.
Okay. No, I'm just saying if you haven't done any of the Savage content yet.
Well, there's no fights that last longer than 10 minutes and need you constantly cycling your party members while using expensive items.
Yeah, the fights aren't.
No, nothing like
11.
that.
Not yet.
Final Fantasy 11.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about 11, so.
11 is ridiculously annoying.
It looks like it, to be honest with you.
The bosses are the worst part. Everything else is fine.
You know, speaking of old ass RPGs from that console, Zike or Manta, I have a question. Have you guys heard of the game Lost Odyssey?
I heard of it. I don't think I've played it.
What do you know about it, Zike?
I've just heard the name mentioned. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
I've heard it is. Yeah, I've.
Why? What's this topic for?
No, I just really want to fucking play it because apparently it was the last good JRPG unquote. I guess before like whatever Persona or started getting big or whatever. It's like 4 discs. I really want to play that game.
I
mean, I still say that you and everyone else should play The Last Story. The Last Story is a fucking good game.
The Last Story.
And I think
what?
The Last Story.
What the fuck? When did you tell me about what the fuck is that?
The Last Story is an RPG that is like the earliest idea form of what FF15 is. It's that same like sort of style in gameplay, but executed better than FF15 does it, honestly.
Okay. Huh.
But it's an RPG for the Wii.
Oh wait, yeah, no, you did tell me about this. Okay, yeah, I know you're talking. It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why the reviews weren't like stellar, but it looked good.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's a good ass RPG. Made by it's the last game that the early Final Fantasy like I'd say director or producer, like one of the heads of the like Final Fantasy 1 through 6, or like 1 through 7, something like that. All of the early Final Fantasy games. This was his last game.
Oh, okay. You know what?
And now that company's big thing is Terra Battle for the Android and iOS.
The fuck?
That's their latest game.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's an okay strategy-ish game.
I mean, like, is that what we start talking about now? Just games that came out since the last podcast? Because I got shit to say about Sonic Mania. That game is good!
Okay, let's go!
Sonic Mania is good! It's
While
good!
While we're on RPGs, I'm gonna have to obligatorily plug Vagrant Story. Okay, you can go, Cron.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually going to bring up Vagrant Story, but that's not a new game. That's an old game.
No, but while we're on RPGs, I gotta bring it up.
But okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna derail into fighting games.
Okay.
KOF 14 is fucking great, and more people should play it.
You know what? I heard that KOF 15 is definitely possible.
14.
No, I heard KOF 15 is just like the devs are just like, yeah, we see it. It's probably gonna happen. So,
but like KOF 14 is an underrated fighting game, and it's fucking great, and more people should play it.
Is it underrated?
Aren't a majority?
Oh yeah, it's underrated.
A majority of King of Fire games are underrated.
Really?
Okay, a majority of games by SNK released after like 2003 when they went bankrupt, underrated.
Wow.
They still got it, but they have the negative rep of when they sold their shit off to other companies.
Oh, you mean like the whole pachinko era or whatever?
Well, I mean, we're out of the pachinko era. Because they bought the company back. They bought the company back from China.
So, okay, I'm about to open up a can of worms.
Okay.
Like worms.
No, King of Fighter 14 is good. I'll put that. I did play the demo. I liked it. I will buy it when the price goes down, probably. As will Temp.
The price has gone down.
Has it?
Yes, it's gone down by like $20.
How much is it?
$40.
Okay.
It went down from 60 to 40.
Because I still gotta get like Tekken 7, King of Fighters. There's too many fighting games. It's a fighting games renaissance right now. There's too many of them.
Yeah, it is.
And we all lost our fucking shit when Blaze Blue Cross Battle happened. Oh my
Blaze Blue
god!
Cross Tag Battle.
Woo!
I feel so left out. I'm not too hyped for that.
Why
I feel so
not?
left out. I was never that hyped about crossover games.
But it's got Under Night and Ruby and
I know, but I
Persona.
could just play Under Night or Persona. That's just me though.
But you can't play Under Night and Persona at the same time.
I prefer. I know. I understand it. Like, okay, the one crossover game I was ever like, oh yeah, let's do this shit for was Capcom versus SNK. Very good. And Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
I'll give you that.
See, CVS 2 is a damn good game. I wish more
yeah.
people. I wish I could play it online.
It has a
Yeah,
scene. It has a huge local scene, but yeah, not online.
Not online
Unfortunately.
because we can't fucking emulate online PS2 very well.
You know what, Zyke? The other day, you guys already know my real life friends. The other day, Justin was telling me about how there's an active Brawl online competitive scene, and
Yeah,
there's a Discord for that. So you know what, Zyke? Maybe there's a Discord for for CVS2 online. Who knows?
No.
I doubt it. But who knows?
I highly doubt it.
Who knows?
I-
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe.
I actually like Brawl. I do actually like Brawl.
You know what? I've come to appreciate it a little more. I have a lot of shit to say about Smash 4. Maybe I'll bring on somebody. Maybe I'll bring on Xander because he seems to clash with me about because he really likes Smash 4. I really hate it. Whatever. We'll see.
Let's
Yeah.
survive the 64 scene.
I'm okay with that because 64 was fun too. I enjoyed it. But a few other games that came out. FF15 came out. Zyke, you still didn't beat it, did you?
Nope.
Okay. Persona 5 came out, but we already touched on that. Yeah. It's big.
Chill.
It's the big one. If
I love Persona 5 so much.
if you guys can do a Persona 5 cast in some episode in the future if you want, when everyone beats it, because Temp still hasn't beat
Yes,
it.
please.
You guys can do that.
Yeah.
Temp can join us for that one.
Mhm.
Persona
The
5
time-
cast.
The
Me,
time I would say spoilers.
BTF, Temp.
Mhm. Oh, it's
Manta.
been long enough. It's been long
The
enough.
time I would say spoilers are gone and reasonable to go out for like 2-3 years of release.
All right.
Well, then we'll just call it the P5 spoiler cast.
Yeah, you
Oh,
could
okay.
do that.
That works.
And let's see what else. What else came out? Did fucking Undertale come out in the no?
Yeah. Wait, did it?
Wait, it's coming out for the Wii.
It's coming for the PS4 and the Wii.
I mean, I'm
And
sorry,
Yeah,
Switch. Yeah,
Oh.
it's getting a re-release.
Nier Auto Tomato came out.
Didn't play it. Heard it was good.
I also didn't play it. I also know it's very good, but oh boy, it's a big one. It's a big in time
obligatory-
sink that I don't have the time for.
Obligatory Nier plug, the 2010 game.
Oh, good. No,
Go
good.
play that.
We needed that. Good.
Yeah.
There was also the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga remake, which personally I'm hyped for because that game was my fucking childhood. What else?
Oh, you know what game is coming out in like 3 days?
Yeah.
The Mario Rayman Rabbids game.
Okay, so
Dude, the secret killer.
okay, so I don't remember if Manta was there or not. I think he was. We were all watching E3, the VNO community. And we were just looking at this game, and we were like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Wait, hold on, guys. This actually looks hype as fuck." And everyone's like, "Nah, what the fuck?" And then they start the gameplay, and they're like, "All right, hold on a second.
It's XCOM.
It's XCOM."
XCOM.
And you know what? It looks kind of fun and cool, and kind of funny. Like usually the raving rabbits are cringe and stupid and noisy like minions, but in every gameplay and trailer that they've shown, they've been what's the word? Not restrained. Toned down, I guess. They're not as retarded or whatever as usual. So
Like, it has no right to look this good, but it actually looks pretty good.
that game is probably gonna sell okay because rabbits are popular and so is Mario. I don't
Are
know.
they?
the Rabbids are insanely popular, and unfortunately,
So?
I'm a huge Rayman fan. Everyone knows I love the first game. In fact, I might do a playthrough on that one, maybe like a legit Let's Play. I don't know, but the Raving Rabbids game, the first one, that was like one of Rayman's top-selling games of all time. Yeah. So Raving Rabbids is a formula that works. They eventually just dropped Rayman from it, kind of like how Skylanders took off and dropped Spyro from it. Like they don't need him anymore. They don't need Rayman. They don't need Spyro. Crash Twin Sanity, Twin Trilogy. Where the fuck? What was it? The Insane
Crash
Trilogy.
remake came out.
Didn't play it yet. I really should.
Insanity Trilogy.
I should play it. Dark Souls. Because it's Dark Souls. Cue the memes.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
get
good.
the joke.
It's good. Jesus. Wow, I can't believe we went through our entire podcast topic list already. I thought this
We've been going for an hour.
Have we?
We've been going for almost exactly an hour. In fact, actually a little bit over.
Oh yeah, yeah, we
Oh,
have.
look at that. Your mic didn't die. Congratulations.
Zyke saved the podcast.
What? Why did I save the podcast?
Because I had nothing
You
else
can-
to go off of.
Also, because you could actually tell time.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I guess we'll leave off on a note of, hey, heads up to our VNO users. Maybe in about 1 or 2 days, we're gonna close down beta number 2, and we're gonna.
And we're killing it. It's over. VNO's fucking dead.
It's fucking dead. We're gonna start up our new pachinko line.
VNO Pachinko.
And then we get shut down fucking immediately because we don't have license to those IPs.
Yeah. But we'll try. No. So beta number 3.
What's that like fake ass MOBA-esque game that just steals from everything?
If you're talking about Paladins, it's stole from Overwatch.
No, not Paladins.
Paladins was in development before Overwatch, actually.
You fucker.
There's like, I mean, it's more of like a 3D-esque beat 'em up, kind of.
What the
I
fuck?
feel like I know what you're talking about.
It has Jin and Ragna and
Oh, you're talking about Lost Saga.
yeah, Lost Saga. That fucking game that has everything.
So I don't know who those developers are, or what the fuck is going on with that game. But that game
But they
has
have like Soul Bad Guy and Jin and Ragna.
they have all the warriors. That game
They
has
do have all the
all the
warriors.
war. And you know what? That game used to be pretty cool. It was a fine little competitive game. Now I think it sucks personally. Now I think it's more pay to win than it's ever been. But that
Oh, so you played it?
I played it for maybe 6 months in its heyday, and then I played it for 2 months with Leon and Temp and Mark after the heyday. And that's when it got really pay to win. Apparently Leon is huge in that game. I don't know if you knew that. Leon is huge in Lost Saga.
Oof.
He was doing combos where he was switching classes mid combo, knockdown, 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 stun, switch classes, stun again, switch classes, stun again, switch classes, bring you closer to the edge with some move, switch classes, juggle, juggle until you died. He was nuts. He was super into that game. By the way, that game also has the gunner from DFO.
Oh my god.
Don't know if anybody knew that. That game has all the warriors. It's absolutely nuts. Hazama, Jin, Soul Bad Guy. I don't think... Is that the only Guilty Gear? I don't remember what other Guilty Gear character.
Yeah, Soul Bad Guy's
May.
the
They had May.
May's in there?
May is in there. And it's funny because each... they call them heroes because they're like different types of... There's like whatever. Grim Reaper, Space Ranger, Cowboy, Archer. Yeah, there's like Knight. There's a whole bunch... That's their entire theme. That's like their whole thing.
All the warriors.
Yeah, so there's a male and female variation for each warrior, and the female version of May is May, and the male version is Johnny. So if you're the male one, he looks just like Johnny. Yeah, and
Different skills and everything, or just
no, just different gender. That's all.
Okay.
It's not like DFO where like the genders actually changed like them. Like it's just a different model. They have female Soul Bad Guy, so they have like a big booby design for Soul.
That's where big booby fan art Soul comes from.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's not really big booby, but like the boob is there, the cleavage is there. So like whatever, if people want to take fan art from that. I think I don't know what they did for Jin. I don't really remember. You'd have to go look that up. But for for fucking DFO Gunner, they just made it the male gunner and female the female gunner, which fucking works out. They also have the Kali from Dragon Nest. Didn't expect that either. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a Maple Story character soon. Just, I don't know where they're getting this shit from. Me and Leon were like, are they getting sued or what? Because they haven't. I don't know if they're getting the licenses for this. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
How the hell have they not gotten sued yet?
I keep putting off Dragon's Nest. I keep hearing about how it's good, but I don't play it.
It's fine. It's
okay.
Fine. It's good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's good. I think FF14 is more bang for your buck if you're looking for a 3D game.
Like, I remember back in the day, I did remember seeing trailers and stuff about the beta and shit like that. I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool, and then I never touched it.
You know what? And I'm sure Zike will agree with me. If there's one big props I'll give Dragon Nest, its cutscenes are great.
Yeah, its cutscenes are pretty good.
Cutscenes are action-packed. The modeling is great. Like, no disrespect to FF14, but a lot of cutscenes are just like, text box, static. They sometimes move. Sometimes there's a model doing something.
Because you skipped all the cutscenes. FF14 has good cutscenes. You just skipped them.
I am putting the line here. Dragon Nest cutscenes are better.
1.0 had dynamic-ass cutscenes. It had lip sync. And that's all gone.
Dragon's Nest has that and more in spades in their cutscenes. Their cutscenes are nuts.
Kron, one of these days, we're going to go through and do Bahamut, and then you'll think differently.
Yo, Bahamut has cutscenes?
Oh yeah, Bahamut has cutscenes. Bahamut has, like, the most cutscenes.
Oh shit, now I'm not going to run Bahamut.
I don't know if you'll like... Honestly, if you think you'd like Dragon Nest, it depends on whether or not you want 3D or 2D. But DFO does everything Dragon Nest does, just better. But in 2D. And same thing with endgame content, same thing with all this stuff. Because Dragon's Nest becomes really grindy towards the end. So,
Well, it's got that Korean thing going on.
Yeah, but like even DFO, like they understand that you want to get characters to max and you want alts.
Right. I will not deny DFO is very, very good.
It's
very well made.
It's probably the best free to play out there right now, in my opinion. Unless you want to talk about League or fucking Dota. I don't play those. I don't play those.
Oh.
But
I mean, serious though it is, this is probably the best.
Because I was lagging just hard. I got a huge lag spike just there. All I was gonna say is to our beta players, beta test number 3 is happening soon. We will give you servers to use. You will be allowed to host again, and we will fix a lot of the bugs that we know that exist. There are tons of bugs right now. Novain is working hard. He's sweating like a good baguette. Give him some slack. He's doing all he can. He's a one-man army.
The sweaty baguette.
Yep. We still need a team name.
Yeah.
VNO Force.
No.
Easy.
I'm actually okay with that.
Oh fucking
no. I say Team Baguette, but no one likes that idea.
Nobody likes that idea. It's a stupid idea.
Okay. Fine. We do need a new team name though. We can't be Team Powerful still. Alright, well that's the what do we call this episode even? What do
Episode 2?
No, episode 2 is Welcome to the Omnivoid with Omni.
Okay, then this is episode 1.
Wait, we gotta give it a fancy name.
Yeah, what shitpost name do we give it? It's been a year and a half.
VNO Podcast episode 2, starring Cronnicossy as Shitman in Shitman Contract.
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles. There's a full name.
Oh god, VNO All the Warriors.
Oh no! VNO All the Bravest.
No, VNO all capitals, there's no beef.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's no beef. Where's the beef? There's no beef. Alright, well thank you for being here, Manta. Thank you for being a part of VNO in general. Thank you for being here, Zike. I don't think I want to do an episode of a podcast without you. Probably unless it's an interview with somebody. Yeah. So thank you for being here too, Zike.
No problem. Anytime.
All right. Well, tune in next month because that's when it's going to be. I still want this to be a monthly podcast. And Red will not let it go. So
yo, you broke that promise 12 times. Come on.
Yeah. So
yeah.
And hold on, Zike. I have been recording all of our really big chats, like the FF14 depression.
Yeah, they better become podcasts.
They will be podcast episodes. They will be.
Good.
And I will release those out as time goes on. The filler to fill in for the whatever the year and a half we lost of podcast.
I think Mao might not be the best time to mention. I have not watched the first podcast episode.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're not missing fucking anything
Oh, okay.
at all. It's
A lot
literally
of it's just me and Mark arguing.
it's literally us bullshitting about video games when it has nothing to do with VNO. We mentioned,
We mentioned
VNO
VNO
once.
like at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it. And that was around the time when Fiercey was getting really pissed off at us too. So if you want to hear the state of things before Fiercey left, go ahead. I guess I'll make the Omni interview episode 1, and I'll make this episode 2. And yeah, all right. I think that's a fucking podcast.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys next time.
Same bat time, same bat channel.